Please welcome out to the ice, Violet Morgan, your skating Ute flag bearer for the evening. Welcome out to the ice, your University of Utah skating Utes. Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Salt Lake City Sports Complex here on the campus of the University of Utah for this evening's ACHA W1 matchup featuring the University of Washington and your University of Utah Skating Utes. Starting lineup first for the visiting University of Washington. At defense, number 10, Molly Thompson. Defense number 55, Jocelyn Del Amherst. Forward number 29, Britthound Donahue. Forward number 12, Kyla Seeley. Forward number 69, Victoria Jeffords. And in goal, number 34, Yasmin Mohammed. Starting lineup for your University of Utah Skating Utes. And left defense, number 12, Morgan LaValle. At right defense, number 10, Aspen Edwards. At left wing with the birthday this evening, number 11, Catherine Zeschuk. At center, number 23, Mariel Sherry. Right wing, number 17, Haley Smith. And between the pipes this evening for your skating Utes protecting this house, number 32, Kiana Robinson Prefontaine. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, if you'll kindly rise, remove your caps as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. Big round of applause for the University of Utah Pep Band. Also our flag bearer for this evening, Miss Violet Morgan.
Welcome, Utah hockey fans, to the Salt Lake City Sports Complex, where the Utah Skating Utes will be taking on the Washington Huskies. This weekend, are the final season games for both these teams, so both are going to want to come out onto this ice today and give it their all. Utah currently sits in 16th place, while Washington sits in last. Both teams hoping to climb in their rankings tonight. My name is Megan Basel. I will be your play-by-play commentator for tonight, and beside me is Clara O'Connor. She will be tonight's color commentator. Clara, what do you think we can expect in tonight's game?
Even with both teams being so far apart in their rankings, I'm hoping this is a great matchup. Even though Washington only has 3 goals this season compared to the many by the Utes, I believe that they will hopefully put up like a great fight tonight, whether the score reflects that or if you just watch the game and you can see it in the plays. Hoping tonight we're going to see some pretty good plays out on the ice. And here we go for the puck drop, center ice.
Face-off won by Washington. This weekend is senior night for the women's Utah hockey team. So joining us on the sidelines is the band, the Utah band. So they will be playing some songs throughout the game, which is so fun.
There was a shot by Washington right there. We're already seeing some good plays made by them. They're taking the opportunities that they're given. They're just not putting enough power behind these opportunities. Even though it's only been about 30 seconds into this game, you can kind of see that that is their little weak spot right there.
Yeah. 1v3 for the Utes. Then it's more players come and join. Huskies able to defend. Not seeing a ton of hustle from the Utes so far, but it looks like that'll be an icing call, and we'll come back to the Huskies side. Shot by the Utes. Goes wide. Utah passing it around and broken up here by the Huskies. It's a 1v1 with the keeper. Huskies take a shot and it goes high. Huskies already in the lead for shots here. And the Utes coming back. Here's Carlston. Utes still with a centering pass. Shot. And it's frozen on the ice. Seems like a very slow-paced game so far, so hopefully both teams can kind of pick it up.
Maybe they're just trying to get the feel for each other out there on the ice. Oftentimes we do see this where it doesn't start off really strong right off the bat, especially if the teams haven't played each other this season or just in a while in the season. So if we haven't had this matchup in a couple months, then they want to get the feel for how each other plays before they go for that attack.
I think it would be smart for the Utes to go for the attack quick, though, and get a win. Looks like we have a player already in the box for Washington.
University of Washington makes minor penalty to the players on the ice. Time of the penalty, 1:35 of the first.
It was number 35 on Washington for tripping. Number 35 on Washington is in the box just for the next 2 minutes. There was a shot by the Utes and a follow-up, but it was frozen on the ice by the Huskies.
Although it is senior weekend, tomorrow is actually the official senior night, so make sure to tune in tomorrow and watch that game. We should have the band then as well.
Yeah, that should be at 7:30 tomorrow night. I know it's Valentine's Day, but maybe work that into your Valentine's Day plans. Here we go, Utes with possession.
Passing it around. Utes still working to find a pass, and they do right in front of the goal. Oh, misses the puck. Now the Huskies trying to get it out, but LaValle has the puck now. LaValle with a shot. Doesn't get all the way to the goal, but it comes back into her possession. She passes it off. Utes still centering pass. Shot. Blocked. We have like 2 Washington players with the goalie in front, and yet they still get a goal for the Utes.
That is a strong way to start off this first period for the Utes. With under 3 minutes that have passed, already with a Utes goal.
Is that Ella Binen with the goal?
Here we go, Utes putting on some fresh players onto the ice right now.
Great job by the Utes to just work it around, find the open pass, and make those runs into the center. Whistle is blown again. Might be a...
Also, that was a power play goal. So now both teams back to full strength. That was Sharman, I believe.
Oh, Sharman with the goal.
Yeah. Oh, no, it's Binen.
Okay.
Sharman was the assist on that goal. Ella Binen was the one who scored that.
Offsides on Washington here. Oh, there's the shot by Ella Binen. Great job for her to get into position and open up for that shot. Binen with a goal and Sharman with yet another assist, putting her at 16 assists this season. Binen, one of our new players, she joined us halfway through this season, and she's been doing an incredible job on the ice ever since she joined.
Looks like we're going for a puck drop in the neutral zone.
Puck drop won by the Huskies. Huskies trying to find a pass. They hit it all the way forward. Utes pick it up and now counterattack. Utes still. Utes right in front of the goal. Shot and blocked there. Utes making it so they can't get out of their zone. Now the Utes right in front of the goal. Shot and blocked. Get there, trying to get another one in.
And I think that one did go in. I think it went between the Washington goalie's legs and went into the goal right there.
Wasn't quite sure who made that one in. There was multiple players right in front, but we'll find out here in just a second. Possibly Greenwood, maybe. Face-off won by the Utes. Carla Slack scored that one. Utes right in front of the goal. Pass is overshot, but the Utes beat the Huskies to it. That is Slack's first goal this season. Now that may seem like, oh, right in front of the goal. Here's the Utes again. Utes with a shot, blocked. Still right around the goal. It is frozen on the ice. Here is the replay of that. Just kind of bouncing around. Keeper wasn't sure where it went in, and it eventually crossed the line.
Definitely looks like snuck in between her legs.
Although that is Slack's first goal this season, she has had 7 assists and has been crazy influential. Oh, what a shot by the Utes! Beautiful upper right corner there.
Already less than 5 minutes into the game, we're already seeing a big score difference, 3-0 with the Utes in the lead. Based on their rankings, this isn't a super surprising outcome so far, but it is a very quick ramp up to it.
For sure. Here's Carlston. There is a Curlston on both teams tonight. Utes with the puck. Moving it around. Gets poked away. Utes still trying to get it out. It's like a 1v3, but eventually they do.
I don't know if we mentioned that, but that last goal was by LaValle. She's been a pretty solid goal scorer this season with 10 goals so far. I think we saw at least 2 or 3 in one of her recent games. But yeah, in the past probably 2 months, she's been on fire with shooting and obviously scoring.
Utes now poked away there, but taken back by the Utes. And then given back to the Huskies, then give it back to the Utes, a shot, and it goes wide. They recover. Here's the Utes now, dropping it off, trying to find a good clean pass, goes wide. Right for the goal, and the Utes score again. Goal scored by Ketchum. Ketchum now with 10 goals so far this season, putting her at 20 points.
Utes won that face-off. Quickly lose possession to the Huskies.
Poked away by the Utes. Utah just defending in the neutral zone. Eventually they pick up the puck. Utah behind their own goal line. Trying to move forward, but give it away. And then given right back to the Utes. Utah now forward, swooping around the goal, looking for a pass. She does. Utah still on the puck. Almost taken away by the Huskies, but the Utes still have it. Here's Utah behind the goal line. Utah passing it off behind the goal. Utah still, Meg. Utes forced to reset. Manor hitting it forward along the boards. Finds a teammate. Huskies trying to defend that, but unable to. And they hit it forward. Picked up by the Utes. Harris.
Bynan.
Here's Bynan now. Bynan in front of the goal, goes high. Over to Zeschuk, hits it forward. Utes still with possession. They hit it wide and give it to the Huskies, but it's given right back, and here's Zeschuk. Zeschuk with a centering pass. Wasn't able to get a shot off, but Utes still have possession. Here's Utah. Out wide is shot, and it goes in.
Beautiful. Okay, we are at 5-0 with 12 minutes left in this period.
Goal scored by Jaron. Score now 5-0 for the Utes with 12 minutes relay in this last period, or first period. Bynan wins the faceoff. Utes with possession. Moving forward, passes over shot, and the Huskies get it back, but they give it away to Smith. She passes it off. Picked up by the Huskies. and stolen away by the Utes. Looking for a pass now, almost poked away, but found Utes player, shot from distance, and frozen on the ice there. Here's the replay of the goal. Shot it high. Good strong shot.
Here we go for that face-off. Looks like Huskies win it initially. Not a solid possession, but here we go.
Ooh, cross pass right in front of the goal. Defended well by the Utes. Now they counterattack. Utah now right in front of the
There's
goal.
Slack.
Puck is stuck along the boards, but the Utes come up with it. Centering pass right in front of the goal. Blocked and frozen down on the ice there with a good glove save.
Washington goalie is on her game. Out of 16 shots, only 5 have gone in so far.
Face-off won here by the Utes. Seschuk passes it off. Or excuse me, Edwards. Utah still. Centering pass right in front of the goal and a good shot. Bottom left, bottom right corner.
I'm gonna say that
Ketchum again.
I was gonna say Charman, but could be Ketchum. All these girls are playing so well today. Here we go, Utes with possession yet again after that face-off.
Poked away by the Huskies.
Yes, that was Sonia Charman who scored that last goal.
Putting her at 29 points so far this season.
So far this game, she's had 1 assist and 1 goal. 2 assists, my bad. 2 assists and 1 goal. Just racking up those points for the season.
Good shot there, but it goes off the post. Both teams will go for a line change. Here's our lovely Utah band once again. I wonder if they're tired playing this song.
Utes with possession after that face-off.
Moving forward with the Utes. Harris.
I think we missed one of the goals. It was scored by LaValle just a couple seconds ago, apparently.
I was not sure that was a goal. I thought it hit the post.
I thought so too, but it went in. That was for LaValle. Again, that now she's at 11 points. Correct me if I'm wrong.
11 goals, yeah.
11 goals. And that's 2 for today's game.
Utah in front of the goal. Frozen down on the ice. Yeah, so 11 goals for LaValle, which equals 16 points so far for her in this season. Line change there for Washington. Washington tries to move forward. It's poked away by the Utes. Utah with possession now. Utah trying to find something. Yet another goal. Blocked and poked away there by the Huskies. Huskies moving forward now. Take a shot from distance. Brought down. Utes try and move out. Good centering pass, and it's a shot, and it almost goes in there for the Washington Huskies. Utah trying to build their way out of their zone. And it's poked away. But Utah again. Icing waved off. Here's the Utes. Utah, good pass behind the goal. No one was there initially to defend that. Utah, good pass off. Now a shot. Goes off the skates of a Washington player. But Utah reset and recycle. Good centering pass, but no one's there. Washington try and move their way out, end up hitting it out of bounds. Although Utah has significantly more goals than this Washington team, they're pretty close when it comes to goals against. So Utah has 85 goals for and 63 against, where Washington has 3 goals for and 76 against. Utah in front of the goal. Ooh, lost track of the puck. Utah with a shot. Keeper wasn't sure where it went. Good centering pass by the Utes. Poked away by Washington. And then the Utes gain possession again behind their own goal line. They try and move their way out. Pass was not gathered, but it eventually was, and now it's a 1v3 here for the Utes. 1v5 now as their team goes out for line change. And Washington picks up the puck and then taken away by the Utes. Good backwards pass. Found him in the center again. Passes it off. Soft pass, and it was poked away by the Huskies. Isheli passing it forward, but the Utes are offsides, and it'll be face off in the neutral zone. Face off won by the Washington Huskies. They try and hit it forward, but the Utes gain possession. Utah with a centering pass, but it ends up going all the way through. No icing call on that. Utah moving forward. Poked for a second by Fairbanks.
So far, Washington is doing such a good job intercepting certain passes and just poking them away. Whether that's a fully developed defensive tactic that they know works for sure, if that is just natural habit that happens. But it's honestly working in their favor, at least for right now. Kind of putting a little bit of that break in the Utes' possession, just tripping them up just a little bit.
For sure. Part of that, I think, is also coming from the little bit of softer passes that the Utes are giving up right now. Utah in for the goal. Shot off the glove of Washington keeper, and it goes out of bounds. Yeah, but I think Utah is passing it a little bit more slow and calmer, so that plays into it, but they are doing well at poking those away. It makes it making it a lot harder for them to get goals.
Or at least the easy ones, the easy goals.
Yeah. They're making it a little bit harder for them. Klee with a shot from distance. Blocked, and now Washington comes the other way. Hit all the way along the boards. And it'll be an icing call, and it'll go right back into Washington Husky territory. Five minutes and 39 seconds left of this first period. It is 7-0 for the Utes. Face-off won by the Utes. But like Clara said, Washington is not making it easy for them to get in those clean passes. Washington along the boards. Zeschuk forces it, and a shot. A rebound shot, and yet another shot, all either being blocked or going wide.
I do like one of Washington's defensive tactics. They have one person kind of standing in front of the goalie oftentimes. When you see that shot coming, they immediately have a person who gets drawn to stand in front of the goalie, which I think has been working in their favor a lot. I haven't really seen that with a lot of the teams. They just have a great defensive lineup, which is the difference, is that they're using a body to block the goalie, just adding that second line of defense while...
Oh, Meg's Utah player almost got a shot off there. I agree with what you're saying, and we saw it at the very beginning of the game when Utah was trying to get those shots off, and they weren't even able to make it to the goal because they added a player or two extra to help that keeper out right in front of the goal. Poked away, but Greenwood still has possession. Greenwood with a wide shot. Ute still tripped up along the boards, no call. Washington trying to move out. Utah almost intercepts. Huskies through the neutral zone. Huskies still poked away by Carlston. And given right back here to Utah. Zeschuk forward. Charman. Zeschuk hit all the way forward. And it'll be an icing call on the Utes, and it'll head back into their territory. Face-off won by the Utes, but possession is eventually Washington's, but then they give it back. Utah now with a good pass through the neutral zone. Utah still, back pass and a shot off of a player. Utah still with the puck, given away. Washington heading forward with the puck. Stuck along the boards. Utah comes up with possession for a moment, but then Washington takes it away for a second. Here come the Utes the other way. 3v3 for the Utes. Puck goes all the way through. Utah now in possession again. Here's Charman. Charman with a good pass. Then centering a shot off the pads of goalkeeper for Washington. Klee on the puck. Passing it out wide. Utah, good pass back. A shot. Good glove save. Save was by Muhammad for the Huskies. Manor at the face-off. Utes eventually come up with possession. Good pass all the way across. Here's Klee. Klee with a shot. Goes high. I believe it hit off the glove of Muhammad. Backwards pass to Klee. Klee hitting it forward. Almost finds a teammate. Klee again with a long shot.
Her long shots are right on target. She just needs a little extra like oomph at the end of her shot to give it that extra little power that it needs to get in.
I agree. Here's the Utes in front of the goal. Oh, backwards pass instead of taking a shot, and it doesn't quite find a Utah player, and it'll head back to Robinson. She lets a teammate pick it up, and now the Utes will counterattack here. Here's Harris. Harris with a drop pass. Greenwood hits it along the boards. 1 minute remaining of this first period. Greenwood with the puck, hitting it forward. She goes out for a change. Utah with a slap shot from distance, goes off a Husky player. Utah hitting it forward. Icing waved off. Here's LaValle now. LaValle passes out wide. Utah in front of the goal. Shot goes wide, but good power there. Still Utah swooping behind the goal line. Shot from distance goes off a player. Puck goes all the way through. It'll be an icing call, and it'll head back into Washington territory. .2 seconds left of this first period.
Let's see if anything happens in 1 second after this puck drop. And there we go. That buzzer signals the end of this first period.
We expected this, but it's definitely been fun to see Utah players that we normally don't see out on the ice just show off that they can play hockey too, and they're just honestly doing really well. They're finishing off their goals. They are getting a little bit lenient when it comes to defense.
And they're also playing a very delicate game. It's almost as if they're like not scared of the puck, but the puck is just not having that power behind it that we're normally seeing.
They don't seem very nervous that Washington will score, and I think that they need to just make sure to keep that defense strong and not let Washington get any more goals. But as for Utah's offense, I mean, even their defensive players are scoring. Slack as an example. But it's been a fun game for the Utes so far. Their Utah bench have been loud and exciting this whole first period, so I'm excited to see where the second period goes.
Yeah, we're going into this second period with 7-0. We have Bynum with 1, Greenwood with 1, LaValle with 2, Ketchum with 1, Guerin with 1, and Charman with 1. So let's see who scores next period.
After a car accident, overwhelming. It's a never-ending list of to-dos. Unless you call the right lawyer, then poof.
After an accident, we'll help relieve the stress and chaos. Call or text Siegfried and Jensen.
After you've been injured in an accident, you're going to have a lot of questions.
Who pays my medical bills? Will I ever be able to work again? Who can answer all of these questions?
We can. Siegfried and Jensen.
Welcome to the Rocky Mountains.
Welcome to open trails and new vistas.
Welcome to stunning Red Rock.
Welcome to the greatest snow on Earth.
By the tree of broken glass, where the home.
Welcome to Game Day Fun.
Anything could last. So let's go and take the words that we know.
Welcome to the party!
Of thoughtful dreams. But if you listen, you can still hear.
Welcome to Pac-12 Sports. Welcome to world-class research.
Welcome to the arts.
Welcome to real-world experiences.
Welcome to a great education.
Welcome to new friends.
We can toss our worries far away from our hearts. And if you
Welcome to the time of your life.
not hear them calling out our names, calling out
Welcome to all you can imagine.
Welcome to the University of Utah.
For nearly 70 years, we've guided our members toward financial confidence, and we've helped each other reach greater heights. From our beginnings at the University of Utah to serving over 130,000 members across the beautiful state of Utah, we've grown together. Now, our next journey begins as Canyon View Credit Union. A name inspired by where we live, explore, and find new possibilities. A name that shows our connection to community, the solid path we help create for members, and the clear view we provide for bright financial futures. We're building a brand shaped by trust, service, and a vision for something greater. Because when we rise, we lift each other. When we grow together. Thank you for being part of this journey. As we climb toward the future, the view just keeps getting better and better. Same roots, new path. Welcome to Canyon View Credit Union.
A car accident can change your life and the lives of those you love instantly. Beyond the physical damages, there are emotional and financial damages as well. And picking up the pieces alone can feel almost impossible. We understand. It's personal, and that's why we're here to help. Call or text 24/7. Siegfried and Jensen.
13 years ago, I was checked from behind in a hockey game, and I was paralyzed from the chest down. It's difficult, and everything I do requires help. I formed a foundation because I believed paralysis recovery was possible. Now we're experiencing incredible trial results with spinal stimulation treatments, and we're so close to making it available to everyone living with paralysis. Let's make history. Let's beat paralysis.
What's one word to describe life after a car accident? Overwhelming. It's a never-ending list of to-dos. Unless you call the right lawyer, then poof.
After an accident, we'll help relieve the stress and chaos. Call or text Siegfried and Jensen.
After you've been injured in an accident, you're going to have a lot of questions.
Who pays my medical bills? Will I ever be able to work again? Who can answer all of these questions?
We can. Siegfried and Jensen.
Welcome to the Rocky Mountains.
Welcome to open trails and new vistas.
Welcome to stunning Red Rock.
Welcome to the greatest snow on Earth.
By the tree of broken glass, where the home
Welcome to Game Day Fun.
anything could last. So let's go and take the words that we know.
Welcome to the party!
Sea of thoughtful dreams. But if you listen, you can still hear
Welcome to Pac-12 Sports.
our names, calling out our names.
Welcome to world-class research.
We'll keep on standing tall. This world is in our hands. So get up and grab your
Welcome to the arts.
time, no trip. We are tough as nails. Come on, this is our land.
Welcome to Real World Experiences.
We can go to that bridge that crosses over fear.
Welcome to a great education.
Love, what it does to those they hold near. So let's run till the water.
Welcome to new friends.
We can toss our worries far away from our hearts. And if you listen,
Welcome to the time of your life.
not hear them calling out our names, calling out our
Welcome to all you can imagine.
Though we might fade and fall, we'll keep on standing tall. This world is in our hands. So get up and grab and walk and see. Those gray clouds look close, but we have come and gone.
Welcome to the University of Utah.
So get up and grab and walk and see.
For nearly 70 years, we've guided our members toward financial confidence, and we've helped each other reach greater heights. From our beginnings at the University of Utah to serving over 130,000 members across the beautiful state of Utah, we've grown together. Now, our next journey begins as Canyon View Credit Union. A name inspired by where we live, explore, and find new possibilities. A name that shows our connection to community, the solid path we help create for members, and the clear view we provide for bright financial futures. We're building a brand shaped by trust, service, and a vision for something greater. Because when we rise, we lift each other. When we grow together. Thank you for being part of this journey. As we climb toward the future, the view just keeps getting better and better. Same roots, new path. Welcome to Canyon View Credit Union.
car accident can change your life and the lives of those you love instantly. Beyond the physical damages, there are emotional and financial damages as well. And picking up the pieces alone can feel almost impossible. We understand. It's personal, and that's why we're here to help. Call or text 24/7. Siegfried and Jensen.
Welcome back to the Utah versus Washington hockey game. It is 7-0 for the Utes so far, and the Utes just win the face-off.
So far, we only have one penalty, and that was for too many players on the ice. Washington was put into the box for that at the very beginning of the game. Just a 2-minute penalty real quick. But other than that, we haven't really seen any other penalties so far.
During that power play, the Utes did score. Was that their first goal, I believe? Yes. Puck goes all the way back to Washington goalkeeper. They freeze it on the ice.
Yeah, during that first power play, Bynum scored for the Utes, starting off a trend of scoring for the Utes. Sorry, I have the hiccups right now, so. But scoring for the Utes, and honestly, 7 goals last period. That was a very eventful period for the Utes.
For sure. Face-off won by Washington, but given away to the Utes. They reset in the neutral zone. Tripped up, and it'll be a call.
Definitely for tripping.
For sure. Maybe on Greenwood for the Utes.
No, it looks like a Washington player heading to the box.
Oh, they both got tripped. I wasn't sure.
I think that's number 16, Steinhap?
Yeah,
Steinhardt. She'll be in there for 2 minutes. Another power play opportunity for the Utes.
Utah winning that face-off. Here's Zeschuk. She passes it off. LaValle passes it off. Ooh, good centering pass. No one's there, but the rebound is blocked once again by Muhammad. Fun fact, Muhammad is 5'2".
That's a cute little fun fact.
Utes with the puck. LaValle passes it off right in front of the goal. Utah. Muhammad comes and freezes it on the ice. It'll be face off to her right. It is won by Utah. Here's Zeschuk. Looking for a pass. She does. Passes it back to Zeschuk. Almost poked away by Washington. But they recover. Zeschuk with a good pass to Ketchum. Ketchum in front of the goal, and a nice shot there, top right.
That'll be her second goal of the afternoon, bringing the final score to 8-0.
That was a beautiful shot by Ketchum. putting it right where she wanted. Good pass there by Zeschuk. Just moving it around, finding an open player. Utah win the faceoff. Slack on the puck. Utah with a shot goes off a Washington player. They still have possession. Utes still circulating, trying to find a player right in front of the goal. Here's Utah, shot, and it's blocked and rebound. Utah still finds the possession behind the goal line. Utah poked away by the Huskies. But Utah still have it. Utah with a shot. Or soft pass, I guess. Wasn't able to get anything on that, though. Utes in front of the goal. Honestly, just playing around here. Utah still swooping around, trying to get a shot, and defended well there by Washington, but given back to the Utes. Utah fight for possession back, and they get it. And now they'll start the cycle of looking for a pass and a shot. And it's blocked again by Muhammad. Washington trying to move forward now. Taken away by the Utes. Utes with a centering pass, gets a shot, but didn't get enough on that, and Muhammad will freeze that on the ice.
Washington taking this chance to get some fresh legs out.
There's the replay of Ketchum's goal. Really
Beautiful
well placed.
placement, yeah.
Yeah. Thinking the same thing.
That's how you know it's true.
Mm-hmm. Face off here in Husky territory. Initially won by the Huskies, but given back to the Utes. Utah now tripped up. Yeah, that should be a call.
There we go. Tripping.
Number 69, that is Victoria Jeffords. And she will be out for 2 minutes.
Here's another power play opportunity. The Utes have taken every power play opportunity granted to themselves so far. Bynum in the first one, Ketchum in the second. Let's see who makes this third.
Here's a shot by the Utes. Goes off one of their own players, but they still have possession. Good recovery there. Utah. Centering pass and a shot. And it's blocked. Now it'll be a face-off to the right of Muhammad. Line change for the Huskies.
And getting ready for that puck drop.
Puck drop won by the Utes. Backwards pass. Utah still wasn't able to find the pass she wanted, but still has possession. Utah passing it across Husky territory. Then hitting it forward along the boards. Utah still with a centering pass. And a good glove save there by Muhammad. Both teams will get some fresh legs on the ice. Face off here. Won by the Utes once again. Zeschuk with a pass to LaValle. LaValle passes out wide. Pass to Zeschuk. Zeschuk with a centering pass. Hits off a player. LaValle now. Zeschuk again. Back to LaValle. Tries to hit it out wide, poked away there by Washington, but Utah still recover.
Only has 45 seconds left to use this power play.
Swooping behind the goal line. Here's Zeschuk finding an open player. Goes back, and now it'll go all the way into Utah territory. Utes moving through the neutral zone. Finding good passes out wide. Good drop right in the center and a shot. Blocked. Here's a rebound. And poked to get away again by the Huskies. So Utah forced to reset again. LaValle forward to Ketchum. Ketchum on the puck now, passing it out wide. Utah still. Good forward pass, good stick work. Here's the replay. Oh, it's gone. Hit forward. And that's the end of the power play there for the Utes. So they were not able to take advantage of that third power play. But still in the lead, 8-0. The Utes reset in their own zone. Passing through the neutral zone. Huskies steal it away. And now they come and counter. Here's the Huskies. Tripped up, and that will be a call. She's lying on the ground. Hopefully okay.
Looks like just a little bit of the wind knocked out of her.
Looks like we'll have number 19, Curlston, come off for the Utes. She'll be out for 2 minutes.
Hopefully this gives Washington the opportunity to hopefully make a goal. They do have 2 minutes of power play, so let's see if they can deliver.
Washington win the faceoff. And taken away here by the Utes. Here's Utah. A good pass. And it goes.
Wait,
did that go
was
in?
No,
good
that was
save.
a great save. That was so quick. That was a quick glove. There we go. A little celebration from the goalie. That was a great save right there by the Washington goalie. Just a quick grab out with her glove.
I thought for sure that was going to be a goal here for the Utes.
Here we go for that puck drop.
Utah win it. Gets a shot, but it bounces through the air. They recover it. Swooping behind the goal line. Shot from distance, and it goes in. It deflected.
Great shot, great goal. Brings the score 9-0.
Is that for, who scored that one, Greenwood? Hard to keep track now.
If it was Greenwood, that would be her second goal of the night. Let me double check on that. Getting ready for that face-off, center ice.
Alshire will take the face-off for the Utes. Yep, Greenwood. Face-off won by the Utes. But they reset in their zone, trying to build their way out. Taken away here by the Huskies. Definitely making it difficult for the Utes to get out of their zone. Huskies looking for something. Drop pass. Ooh, and slid. No call. And hit all the way back. Icing waved off. Good pass, almost intercepted there by the Utes. But eventually Utes gained possession, get back. They hit it along the boards forward. Here's Utah. She's looking for a pass. Definitely a big trip up there. Washington needs to be a little more disciplined here. These trip-ups should not be happening. That's on number 55 at Della Merced. '54. And now this will be the 4th power play.
This should be, I believe I think this will be the 5th power play of the game and the 4th.
But 4th
on
for the Utes.
Washington.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
LaValle passes it off. Getting a little physical over there in that corner, but now LaValle has the puck again.
Just taking her time, setting up whatever play she would like to do.
Here's LaValle. LaValle with a centering pass. Utes unable to get a shot off, but they recover with the puck.
The Utes are now back to full strength.
Utah. Utes pass across the entire zone. All 4 or 3 of the players there did not pick up the puck, but they recover, and here's the Utes again. Drop pass. Slap shot, and it's in! What a shot!
Beautiful shot. That was from LaValle, I believe.
I'm not sure.
Could be wrong. Looks like both teams are taking this opportunity to switch off players.
Here, let's look at this shot again. Oh, so good. Caught Muhammad off guard for sure. Sonia Charman scored that one.
Charman. Okay, so Charman has 2, Ketchum has 2, and LaValle all have 2.
Charman is having an amazing game today. She's now at 30 points this season. Here's the Utes. Utah with a pass. And the centering, and
that goes in. Barely over the line. You watch that crawl over that line.
That's the 2nd time that's happened so far in this game, where it just crawls through her legs, kind of slides in. We love to hear this Utes anthem from our one and only Utah band. Here's the replay.
See, it stops right there. You do get that little knock in, but I believe it was technically in before that. Here we go for the face-off. Looks like a Ute possession.
Merriweather with that goal. Shot from distance here. Ooh, almost goes in, just goes wide. They recover. Hit along the boards. Tries to center pass, and it's poked away here. No icing call. Utah still with puck now. Utah with a shot or a centering pass, either one doesn't make it to the goal or to a player, but Utes eventually steal it back and recover. Here's Utah.
That's where we see that one defensive thing we were talking about earlier, where they're standing in front of the goal as a, honestly, final line of defense before it gets there. which has been working in their favor. There's probably 5 shots that could have been goals if they didn't have this technique.
Utah will come back for the puck, but it'll be an icing call on Washington. And it'll head back into Husky zone. Utah right now is making 42% of their shots in the goal, which is insane. $11 out of their 26 have gone in.
Utes win that face-off.
Loses the puck. Tries to steal it back.
Huskies putting up a bit of a fight right there.
Puck goes all the way through, and Utah are able to recover it. Trying to circulate and find a pass, and goes right in front of the goal. Shot is deflected off of Muhammad. Utah still. Good passes here. Utah still. Shot hit off of a Husky stick. But Utah still have the puck. Utah swooping around, trying to find a shot or a pass. Finds a pass and a shot is taken, and it is a good glove save there by Muhammad. Bynum will take the face off for the Utes.
Looks like a Ute possession straight off the bat.
Drop pass there by the Utes and a slap shot.
Chipped up in the air.
Washington hit it forward in an easy reset for LaValle. She passes it to Zeschuk, but it goes all the way through. Huskies hit it forward. And now it'll be an icing call and head back into their territory. Just kidding, it'll go into the center for a face-off. The face-off is won by Utah. Hit forward and given right to Washington, but then taken away again. Getting a little physical. Here's Utah still trying to find a shot. Deflected off right in front of the goal. Trying to get it in or sneak something in. Eventually, the puck is frozen on the ice. Both teams will have line changes there. Face-off won by the Utes. Passing it off. And poked away. Utah again now.
3v1.
They're in the lead, and it's in once again.
What a great shot right there. We had some good passing to set that up.
Utah were up in players there. So it was an easy pass with no one there to defend that. Here it is again. Good shot there by Wensink. That's Wensink's 8th goal this season. Putting her at 13 points.
It's her first this game, though.
Utah with the puck. Good pass forward, but taken away by Washington. Washington tried to counterattack. But Utah eventually gained possession. They hit it forward along the boards. Half the team goes for a line change. Utah reset in their zone. Passing it through the neutral zone. Utah now with a shot. Goes wide. Ute still trying to pass it off, but broken up. And now the Huskies come the other way and give it right back to the Utes. Utah now moving forward and picked up by the Huskies. And then intercepted by the Utes right in front of the goal. A shot, and it was blocked there by Muhammad. Both teams with line changes. Face off won by the Utes. Utes with a shot, goes wide. Here's Utah again. Picking up their own rebound. Trying to find something right here. Good movement. Utah still. Utes with a centering pass. Doesn't take that shot. Recycles instead. Passing it off. Oof, overshot pass. And they're forced to reset. Here's Klee. Pass is poked away by the Huskies, but wasn't able to gain full possession. And the Utes will move forward now. Here's Utah. Good pass. Doing the same thing they've done all game, just circulating and trying to find an open pass. Making some good plays. Here's Utah. Utes right in front of the goal. Shot goes wide. And then frozen on the ice here.
Both teams putting some fresh legs out on the ice now. Getting ready for that face-off. Glove side of the Washington goalie.
Face-off won by the Utes. Utah fighting for it along those boards. Going back and forth in possession here. Utah ends up winning the possession, takes the shot from distance, and it goes wide. Utah still looking for another one. Goes behind the goal line. Here's Utah. Good drop-off pass. Centering pass. And Muhammad gets a glove save on that one. Both teams will have a line change.
And back to the same spot for that puck drop.
Utah win possession. They reset. Almost goes offsides. Now the puck is frozen along the boards.
3v2.
Puck pokes out in Utah possession. Good backwards pass. Hit forward by Washington. Huskies lose possession. And now the Utes will come the other way. Utah moving forward. Utah down in players, but shot and a good glove save here by Muhammad. Jarman will take the face off. She wins it. Slack passes it off. Shot from distance. Almost goes in, but deflected off the pads of Muhammad. Utah still circulating. Centering pass. Puck was too far away to get a shot. So they reset again. Tries to center pass it, poked away by the Huskies. But reset here with the Utes. Slack moving forward. Slack tripped up, but no call. Trying to get more goals. Good pass in front of the goal. Frozen on the ice by Muhammad.
Both teams switching off players yet again. And getting ready for the puck drop in the same spot.
Face off won by the Utes. Utah passing it. With a shot from distance, deflected again and goes in.
That thing bounced like, that thing, as in the puck bounced like 3 times on the ice before it was finally deflected in there.
Here's the replay of that shot and deflection. Looks like it went off of a Washington player once again. Edwards with that goal. Utah circulating it again. Forced to reset. Here's LaValle. LaValle with a good pass across the neutral zone. Broken up here by the Huskies. Huskies trying to come up with the puck. Unable to, and here's the Utes again. Utah pass behind the goal. Utah still. Here's LaValle. LaValle with a shot. Deflects. Another shot for the Utes. And it comes up in Washington possession, but given it right back to the Utes. Here's Utah. Behind Husky goal line. Dropped off. Shots from distance, goes wide.
1 minute left in this period.
Here's the Utes. Passed out wide. Tried to keep the puck in their zone, but couldn't, so they recycle. Pass out to Zeschuk. Zeschuk hits it forward. Puck is lost for a moment. Unsure who has possession, but it comes back with the Utes. Utah hitting it forward. Shot off a Washington player. Washington trying to get it out of their zone. They eventually do, but still don't have the puck. Here's Utah counterattacking again. And the horn will signal this end of this second period. 6 goals in that period. Just, I don't even know what else to say. Utes have done really well at circulating it around and still playing good hockey instead of just being dumb with how they're playing and just being sloppy. They've been pretty good at circulating it, trying to find those passes, having fun with this game for sure. And we'll be back here in 15 minutes for the third and final period.
fans, don't forget, starting tonight to celebrate postseason, buy any 2 pieces of apparel and get 26% off.
Aspen Edwards. Hello, hello. Aspen Edwards, okay. Hi, Utes fans, it's Molly. I'm here with Aspen Edwards. So tell me, Aspen, what worked well for your team tonight so far?
We've been doing a really good job passing it.
Yeah, and how do you keep the intensity up in a game with such a big lead like this?
I think the big part is we need to be cheering on the bench. I think we're doing a really good job of that.
Okay, well, thank you very much, and we'll see you after the game.
Car accident, overwhelming. It's a never-ending list of to-dos. Unless you call the right lawyer, then poof.
After an accident, we'll help relieve the stress and chaos. Call or text Siegfried and Jensen.
After you've been injured in an accident, you're going to have a lot of questions.
Who pays my medical bills? Will I ever be able to work again? Who can answer all of these questions?
We can. Siegfried and Jensen.
Welcome to the Rocky Mountains.
Welcome to open trails and new vistas.
Welcome to stunning Red Rock.
Welcome to the greatest snow on earth.
By the tree of broken glass, where the hope
Welcome to Game Day Fun.
anything could last. So let's go and take the words that we know.
Welcome to the party!
Sea of thoughtful dreams. But if you listen, you can still hear
Welcome to Pac-12 Sports.
our names, calling out our names.
Welcome to world-class research.
We'll keep on standing tall. This world is in our hands. So get up and grab your
Welcome to the arts.
top, no trap. We are tough as nails. Come on, this is our land.
Welcome to real-world experiences.
We can go to that bridge that crosses over fear.
Welcome to a great education.
Love and what it does to those they hold near. So let's run till the water.
Welcome to new friends.
We can toss our worries far away from our hearts. And if you live
Welcome to the time of your life.
and not hear them calling out our names, calling out our
Welcome to all you can imagine.
Though we might faint and fall, we'll keep on standing tall. This world is in our hands. So get up and grab and walk and see. Those gray clouds look close, but we have come and gone.
Welcome to the University of Utah.
So get up and grab and walk and see.
For nearly 70 years, we've guided our members toward financial confidence, and we've helped each other reach greater heights. From our beginnings at the University of Utah to serving over 130,000 members across the beautiful state of Utah, we've grown together. Now, our next journey begins as Canyon View Credit Union. A name inspired by where we live, explore, and find new possibilities. A name that shows our connection to community, the solid path we help create for members, and the clear view we provide for bright financial futures. We're building a brand shaped by trust, service, and a vision for something greater. Because when we rise, we lift each other. When we grow together. Thank you for being part of this journey. As we climb toward the future, the view just keeps getting better and better. Same routes, new path. Welcome to Canyon View Credit Union.
A car accident can change your life and the lives of those you love instantly. Beyond the physical damages, there are emotional and financial damages as well. And picking up the pieces alone can feel almost impossible. We understand. It's personal, and that's why we're here to help. Call or text 24/7. Siegfried and Jensen.
Years ago, I was checked from behind in a hockey game, and I was paralyzed from the chest down. It's difficult, and everything I do requires help. I formed a foundation because I believed paralysis recovery was possible. Now we're experiencing incredible trial results with spinal stimulation treatments, and we're so close to making it available to everyone living with paralysis. Let's make history. Let's beat paralysis.
What's one word to describe life after a car accident? Overwhelming. It's a never-ending list of to-dos. Unless you call the right lawyer, then poof.
After an accident, we'll help relieve the stress and chaos. Call or text Siegfried and Jensen.
After you've been injured in an accident, you're going to have a lot of questions.
Who pays my medical bills? Will I ever be able to work again? Who can answer all of these questions?
We can. Siegfried and Jensen.
Welcome to the Rocky Mountains.
Welcome to open trails and new vistas.
Welcome to stunning Red Rock.
Welcome to the greatest snow on Earth.
By the tree of broken glass, where the hope
Welcome to Game Day Fun.
anything could last. So let's go and take the words that we know.
Welcome to the party!
Of thoughtful dreams. But if you listen, you can still hear
Welcome to Pac-12 Sports.
our names, calling out our names.
Welcome to world-class research.
We'll keep on standing tall. This world is in our hands. So get up and grab your
Welcome to the arts.
have no trap. We are tough as nails. Come on, this is our land.
Welcome to Real World Experiences.
We can go to that bridge that crosses over fear.
Welcome to a great education.
Love and what it does to those they hold near. So let's run till the water.
Welcome to new friends.
We can toss our worries far away from our hearts. And if you let
Welcome to the time of your life.
not hear them calling out our names, calling out our
Welcome to all you can imagine.
though we might fade in, oh, we'll keep on standing tall. This world is in our hands. So get up and grab and walk and see. Those gray clouds look close, but we have come and gone.
Welcome to the University of Utah.
So get up and grab and walk and see.
For nearly 70 years, we've guided our members toward financial confidence, and we've helped each other reach greater heights. From our beginnings at the University of Utah to serving over 130,000 members across the beautiful state of Utah, we've grown together. Now, our next journey begins as Canyon View Credit Union. A name inspired by where we live, explore, and find new possibilities. A name that shows her connection to community, the solid path we help create for members, and the clear view we provide for bright financial futures. We're building a brand shaped by trust, service, and a vision for something greater. Because when we rise, we lift each other. When we grow together. Thank you for being part of this journey. As we climb toward the future, the view just keeps getting better and better. Same roots, new path. Welcome to Canyon View Credit Union.
A car accident can change your life and the lives of those you love instantly. Beyond the physical damages, there are emotional and financial damages as well. And picking up the pieces alone can feel almost impossible. We understand. It's personal, and that's why we're here to help. Call or text 24/7. Siegfried and Jensen.
Hey, hockey fans, we're back with our third period. We just had that puck drop immediately taken by Washington, but given right back to the Utes. And there was a goal right there, 15 seconds into this third period.
Yeah, that's a way to start out a third period. I mean, with the 13-0 lead, now 14, you kind of got a feel for Washington a little bit. By the way, I'm Mitchell Slott. I'm just kind of guesting on here for a little bit before the D1 game. Thought I would help out for the third period since I'm here. But yeah, you know, if you're Washington, you kind of want to limit the shots. You want to push Utah to the perimeter so that it limits the angles that they can take on the shot. Otherwise, I mean, for the goaltender, it's going to be really hard. Looking at Washington's bench, they don't have a backup goaltender, so it's not like they can trade out goaltenders.
There is another shot for the Utes and a goal. Just 20 seconds after the previous one, we are now at 15-0. Still with 19 minutes and 24 seconds left, resetting in the center for another puck drop.
Yeah, the Utes so far tonight, from what I've seen, I didn't watch the first period. I came in during the second period, and the Utes have moved the puck around a little bit. I think one of the things, despite the score in the game, one of the things they can do is be a little bit sharper on their passes, especially if they're going to shoot or pass around the perimeter and move the puck a little bit. That might help them out a little bit moving forward because Nationals is coming up soon. So these games should be a prep for the Utes going into Nationals.
We have talked about that earlier in this game. We talked that they were playing a little softly, more softly than we had seen them previously, and their passes are just not as powerful, and that's what gives Washington a little bit of that chance to step in, and we do see them poking away that puck often.
Yeah, and Washington needs to be aggressive. Good save there by the Tendy. Who is a Tendy tonight?
Muhammad is
Yasmin
in the goal
Muhammad.
tonight.
Yeah, she was nice and square to that shot. And coming, you know, for the next 18 minutes and 37 seconds, that's what you want to see out of her, is to be square to the shooter. That, too, is going to limit the number of goals that can be allowed because she'll be able to see them. I've noticed in the second period a couple of those goals were on tips. That's not necessarily on the goaltender per se, but you want to be square to the shooter and really give yourself the best option to make a good, clean save and not give up a rebound. Is the puck's controlled along the blue line, given up to Washington. Looks like number 13. She's not on my roster. Oh, that was 18. My bad. Paige Garnes. Good interception there. Good job by the defense there, Rodas, to get the puck out into the neutral zone, alleviate some of that pressure as Utah brings the puck back in. 2-on-3. You know, good opportunity for you. You got to capitalize on that. Regardless of what the score is, if you have a 3-on-2 and they let you buy them and you get a good shot opportunity, you need to put it on net at least.
There we go with another shot for the Utes. Does go wide, though. Utes maintaining possession during this time, just circulating that puck, getting it around.
Yeah, the Utes doing exactly what we were just talking about, getting the puck around the perimeter, and a shot there by number 4, Carmen Manor. Puts one in, and I like that they're not celebrating anymore. I mean, at this point.
With a 16-point lead, it's a little hard to celebrate without that unsportsmanlike conduct kind of coming out.
Yeah, you know, you want to keep it clean. I mean, I'm not saying it's going to get dirty, but you don't want to be disrespectful at the same time. You want to be able to do what you're going to do, practice the things you need to practice, work on it, because this is the kind of game you do those in. But at the same time, like you said, have that sportsmanship aspect to it. And, you know, they're displaying that.
There we go. The puck was frozen on the ice after a shot and a rebound shot.
Yeah, it was a backhand shot. She had her left leg right up against that post to not allow that goal. I mean, the puck was on the ice. She made the right play there. She was able to block the whole left side of the net. And, you know, we end up with a face-off to her left side in the zone. Utes win the draw. Played back to the point. Edwards down to the half boards, now shifted low by Harris. Played along the boards there by Haley. Puck comes back high to the half boards. spinning away as Haley once more. Puck comes loose. Harris pokes it ahead. She'll gather that up behind the net. My guess is she's going to look for somebody at the point. Oh, cycles it back down to the half boards. Carried to the center, high slot. Looking for a tip to tent for Harris was Haley. Harris slides it back behind the net. Now towards the net. Good save there by the goaltender. You know, I would say in a close game, that little hit behind the net probably should have been called, but you know, you're not going to complain. They're not going to give that to you. There wasn't a lot of momentum in that play. Puck possessed by the Utes once more. They carried over the blue line, gained the line, cuts to the left, looking for a pass as she goes behind the net. Back up to the point. Good defensive back check there to break up that pass. And then equally good stick on the offense by number 17 there, Haley Smith.
Pass to Greenwood, but taken away. Utes maintaining possession. They've had a pretty solid bout of possession this whole game. You really only see the Huskies have possession if they win that faceoff or if they just so happen to poke away the puck hard enough to send it past the line of defense through the neutral zone. There was a shot. It did go high. See, here is a Huskies breakaway, kind of losing a bit of that touch right there, hoping for a shot, but did pass the goal with a little bit too much momentum to make that happen.
Yeah, good back check by the Utes there to break that up without taking a defensive penalty. Because oftentimes you'll get a hook or a slash coming down, especially when you have a player with a breakaway. They did a good job to eliminate that option.
Utes shot there, blocked great by the Washington goalie. Here we go again. In front of the goal, chipped up and does get deflected out of the way.
Good pass along the blue line defenseman there for Washington, number 17. Lauren Chan blocked that shot. She looked a little bothered by that shot, but she was able to stay with the play. Now she's going to go to the bench. Yeah, you can tell that shot stung her a little bit. Probably got her
right underneath those pads right there.
Yeah, because they don't go all the way down to to the belt of your pants. There's a little bit of gap for your solar plexus. I've taken shots there.
Doesn't feel great, does it?
It doesn't tickle, I can tell you that. Leaves a nice little circular bruise whenever you get hit there because it lands, especially if it lands flat.
Utes one possession from that face-off, building up from the back.
That's one of those plays there I was talking about, cleaning things up. I mean, they had plenty of skaters to catch the puck for the Utes, and that went through 3 different players. Whenever they go into nationals, those are the kind of things that I'm looking for them to clean up a little bit, because right now defensively, Washington's doing a good job in the zone to break things up. They're going to draw a penalty there. It should be a hooking call, but on the far side of the net. So as soon as the Utes touch it up, that will be a whistle. Okay, now both teams have touched the puck. Okay, yeah, hooking is the call. It's going to go against, who they're going to take there. It looks like number 64. Yeah. I say 64. Is it 54 or 64? It's 54. 54, Jocelyn Della Merced. She'll sit 2 minutes for hooking. Time of that penalty is 6:15 of the third period. So the Utes will have a power play opportunity.
They've honestly taken advantage of a decent amount of power play goals this evening. They've had, I think, about 5 power play opportunities, if not 6 at this point, and they have made 4 goals off of that.
Yeah, so that's a good power play percentage. You know, 4 out of 5, that's 80%, right? So, I mean, that's what you're looking for as a higher-ranked team against an opponent that's unable to keep up with your puck movement and with your skating. You want to get those pucks on net, especially when you have the man advantage.
You weren't here for this part, but within the first 2 minutes of the game, we had a penalty for too many men on the ice for Washington. So that was their first power play goal. That was from Bynum, and so that's what kind of started off their momentum for tonight.
That was the first goal of the night?
Yes.
Yeah, that's one way to do it. Right there, the goaltender got lucky. She actually did not have that puck covered. The referee still blew the whistle, probably lost sight of the puck, but she's got to sure that up, because from what I've seen so far in the period in 7 minutes, Utah's been all over rebounds in the offensive zone. They've been tracking the puck well in front of the net. Getting sticks on it to get it in has been a little bit different because, like I said, the defense for Washington has been doing a good job with their sticks. They've been intercepting passes like right there. Puck broken up by number 12, Kahila Seedy. Now the Utes have to start all the way back in their defensive zone, cross their own blue line. Now the offensive blue line. Little hook there, but it's not called as she dropped her stick in time to eliminate the penalty option, I guess you could say. Utes retrieve the puck again right at center ice. Centering pass, good catch there by number 29, Ariel Carson. She takes it behind the net, now back up to the blue line. Working the point. Got a little bit of an umbrella offense set up here on their power play. Puck is loose, now covered. Good job there by the goaltender. And she gets the whistles. And the good thing is now with only 14 seconds left on the power play, Washington's able to get a whole new set of penalty killers on. It's four fresh sets of legs to hopefully put some pressure and kill off this penalty, because if you're Washington, you don't want another single goal scored the remainder of the game, and that's going to be hard if you have tired legs on a penalty kill. Washington won the draw but unable to keep possession.
Even with the power play, and now they're doing really good with their defense. We've seen a very decent defense this game, especially when it comes to those shots. Goalie has saved a bunch of them, honestly. 57 shots, only 16 go in. Especially the power play ones, because with the man down, they don't really have the chance to do the same defensive tactics as we had seen earlier. They've normally been putting at least, honestly, 1 to 3 players making a wall in front of their goalie.
Like soccer style.
Yes, exactly, as like a penalty kick. And it has worked out very successfully for them so far.
Yeah, and what that comes down to, honestly, is good defensive zone coverage, because you're going to have that winger, come down typically off of the point, or you're going to have your center, instead of staying up in the high slot, slide down to the low slot area along with the 2 defenders on either side of the net, and that's going to set up that 3-person wall, so to speak. With the goalie, now you're talking about 4 players in front of the net. Unless you have a seeing eye puck, it's hard to get through that kind of wall, and there's a miscue by the U that allow Washington in to the offensive zone.
Both teams are back to full strength now, so we're seeing a little bit more offense from Washington now that they have that extra player back in.
Yeah, but they're unable to keep the puck in right there. Thompson has to go back for it, can't get it out of the zone. Centering pass goes through the top of the crease all the way over to the near boards. Picked up, given to Edwards at the point. Now goes down behind the net. Not a lot of speed going on right now. Everything's kind of on coast mode, as if they're still on the power play, even though Washington is back at full strength. Centering pass goes off the skate of Thompson and out to neutral ice. Picked up by LaValle. She'll turn, take a look, misses a pass. That potentially can go for icing. Looks like it's not going to be there. The linesman waved that off at the last second. Held in, though.
There is a goal for the Utes right there. That was a quick little chip up and over the goalie's shoulder. I'm going to say that one was from Ketchum.
Yeah, number 15, Kendall Ketchum.
What you said about the speed earlier, we noticed that at the very beginning. Neither team was moving very fast, and we couldn't decide if it was because they were trying to get used to how each other played, or if it was purely off of just the tempo of the whole game. And it turns out it's just the tempo of this whole game. They're not being really aggressive. Neither team is. And honestly, most of the penalty calls aren't from pure aggression as we normally see. It's more of the, oh, I accidentally tripped her, less of the I'm slamming you up against the boards kind.
And that's going to happen if you're not playing to your full, I don't want to say full power, but if you're not playing to your full potential, if you're kind of playing down, so to speak, to your competition as far as tempo goes. Clearly right now the Utes are moving the puck a lot more and better than Washington. Washington hasn't really had any possession, as we like to say, or I like to say when we're calling other games, like in the men's division. it's a quick strike kind of offense rather than sustained pressure offense. When you're quick strike, you're relying on the mistakes of the other team to produce offensive opportunities for you rather than creating your own opportunities by moving your feet, winning those puck battles, getting in the zone fast, moving the puck around, doing those sort of things. Right now, like Washington just wants to get the puck out of their zone, alleviate some pressure. The Utes not allowing them to do that as it's dumped right back in. Right now, the puck is number 17, Chan. She can't get the puck out. And
there we go. Bynum again with her second goal of tonight. She started off tonight with a great goal. 2 minutes into that first period. And now 9 minutes left of this third period. She makes her second one.
Yeah, and that shot actually was kind of a missed shot. She was trying to pull backhand, forehand to backhand, and she missed on it. The goaltender bit on it, and it just slid right in. That's unfortunate for the goaltender because had Bynum actually made her move, she probably would have not had a goal because the goalie was tracking the puck well.
Which that little bit of like confusion and honestly a little bit of a mishap has been what multiple goals were from. Sometimes the goalie does not see the puck where it goes, and it just has slid between her legs 2 to 3 times tonight, and those were just the slow ones, or one rolled right over that goal line and just stopped right on the line, and then another Ute player came in and made sure that was completely in. But it was mishaps like that from both teams is what kind of have caused the 18-0.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen some good shots, and you're absolutely right from what I've seen. I've seen some tricklers that have just kind of gone in, but what I want to see out of the Utes as this time continues on is really, and I'm going to go back to it, and if you've heard my games on the M1 call, if I find something, I'll look for it the rest of the game. But what they need to do going into Nationals, again, is shore up their passing. The puck went all the way down to the Utes' defensive zone because of a missed pass. I like the thought, but if you're going to have that thought and push it back towards your blue line, you need to make sure that there's a player there that's going to receive that puck. Because if you're against a team that is matching you speed for speed or stride for stride, they're going to get to that puck as the shot just goes over the net, shot taken by Wesnick. If you have a team that's going to be there stride for stride, there's a potential they could win that puck, get a shot opportunity or an offensive scoring chance. Whereas in this game, it's not so much of a threat, but something you want to look out for and shore up before you go into Nationals. And it's not that I'm not picking on the Utes. I'm just seeing things that could be better as the competition that they're going to face at Nationals is going to be a lot stiffer. So the Utes playing a good game. But I would like to see a couple things here as the third period comes to a close now that we're in the second half.
Yeah, especially their connections have not been as solid as you said, but it's also their puck is moving significantly slower than what we have normally seen throughout like the season previous to this game, and that's just because the whole tempo is off.
Yeah.
And so we talked about that earlier, and that's causing their puck to move slower, which gives Washington a bigger chance to get in there, and also kind of changes if someone's skating towards that puck to get that, they're going to pass the puck before the puck actually gets to them.
Yeah, and also, everybody's human, right? And I've been in both sides of games like this where you're on the winning side and your focus isn't quite what it should be, right? That could have a lot to do with it. If your focus isn't what it is, your competitiveness isn't what it was at the start of the game, and you're getting up 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 goals, you let down. I mean, every single team does it. And on the flip side, the only thing as a coach or as a teammate you can ask for is maximum effort.
Yes.
Which you can tell Washington's putting forth an effort. They've been getting sticks in lanes. They look like a little bit of a smaller team than Utah, so their reach isn't going to be the same. Their speed isn't what Utah's is. That's going to be a little bit different. But as long as they battle to the last buzzer, to the final buzzer,
no one can be disappointed.
Nope. Another goal. That one scored by Clara Slack.
That is Slack's second goal tonight, and as a defensive player, normally she does not get those opportunities as often. I believe that might honestly be her second goal for this season. Megan mentioned that earlier, that her previous goal tonight was her first one for this season. So
good for her.
Honestly, she is playing a very solid game tonight.
Well, Slack also being a larger defenseman. We don't have heights or anything on here, do we?
No.
No. But, you know, you can tell she's a bigger defenseman. She's got a long wingspan. She can use a good, hard, powerful stride, especially in a game like this, to carry the puck in and make something happen offensively. She's got 2 goals. Clear show that she's making stuff happen. Little Michigan attempt there. Failed on it. And that looks like it's Sharman that tried the Michigan. I don't have the guts to try the Michigan in a game.
You don't?
No. I'm a defenseman.
I mean, that would make sense.
I mean, I do play forward as well, but I'm primarily a defenseman. That's what I played in college. But, you know, every now and then, like, I just don't have the hands. I would be able to pick it up, but I'd probably get smacked in the head behind the net for doing it, and then puck would go in my own net or something like. I don't know. I know we're 200 or 190 feet away from my own net, but my luck, nobody would cover my point, and I'd be blamed for it. So I just don't do those kind of things. My son, on the other hand, he's got good hands, a lot better than me, but he's been playing since he was 4. I mean that's a gutsy move on any stage.
Yeah, but she's taking her opportunity with the significant lead, the 19-point lead. She was taking that just to try out a couple new tricks.
Oh yeah, no, can't blame her, right? Like, do what you got to do. Have some fun. I mean, that's what this game's all about, right? At the end of the day, competitive or not, you want to have fun. And, you know, a lot of people find fun in the competitiveness of the hockey game, not, you know, on top of other things. Looks like that will be an ice. It should be waved off as the goaltender came out to play it. Ooh, misplayed there to Washington.
That could have been a little bit of a dangerous play. Does pass it directly to a Washington player while her goal is empty. But her defense did come to back her up on that one. So.
Oh, yeah. When that happens, everybody's eyes get real big, and you just try to move as fast as you can to the puck.
Exactly.
And, yes, I did mean to talk fast when I said that. 4:29 remaining here in the third period. Scores 19-0, and the shots are 68-4. Good rundown. Oh, yeah, good forecheck there by CD. Still putting pressure on. Like to see that. Take a shot. There you go. Unfortunately, it's going to lead to the good change.
Oh, shot goes high.
Yeah, high and wide there. Washington has an opportunity here. Put that puck on net. Yep. I typically don't like to predict what they should do, but that was a shot that you could see coming a mile away, at least what should have been a shot.
We do seem to have a Washington player down right behind the goalie. She hit the wall head first pretty hard. I don't know if we have a replay of that, but I think she was just shaken up a little bit, needing a chance to breathe. We've had a couple of those from Washington where they just knock the wind out of themselves. They have great plays and then just knock the wind out of themselves to follow.
Yeah, and I don't know if you guys have talked about this, but on the boards for everybody watching at home, right along the boards where the yellow dasher is, or the yellow kick plate rather, that's the hardest part of the boards. There's no give because they're bolted into the concrete.
Yeah.
And when you go down on the ice up against the boards, it's not like hitting the glass. There's absolutely no give in those boards. So when you stop fast.
Here we go. Merriweather with a puck, taking it up along the boards. Passing it, picked up by another Utes player. That puck was almost frozen on the ice. The goalie did lose possession of that yet again, where it's like they blow the whistle and she doesn't actually have it frozen. But honestly, no one was going to play off of that. You would have hit the goalie.
Yeah, and to her credit, it was on the both times I've seen it so far tonight. It's been on the opposite side of the referee. So the referee they're ordered to, or the rules are, if the referee loses sight of the puck, you have to blow it dead. And in that case, she made 2 really good stops right on top of the crease. Really good butterfly positioning with both of her pads flat on the ice without a gap. She made those 2 or 3 saves. Puck came over to her left a little bit. Referee's on the right side of her, lost sight of it, and that's where the whistle came from. And another stop, and we have another face-off to the left of the goaltender.
Here we go with Ishel. Shot taken off, but does go high and wide. Utes just circulating and just passing that puck around, wanting to save those shots, honestly, but they did just take one and almost lost possession to Washington. Washington now has the puck, passes it up, and is missed. Utes back with possession.
Yeah, icing waved off as the Utes get there first. Centering pass attempt goes off a skate, now comes back towards the near boards. Played low.
Here we go, Washington with possession, taking it up across the neutral zone. Given right back to the Utes, who take it out of there and all the way back towards the Huskies' goal.
It's like a pinball down there.
Mm-hmm. When they all get really close to the goal, it's really hard to see who actually has possession at that point because they all just crash that goal.
Yeah, whenever that happens, I don't even try to predict or
Yeah.
call who's going to get it. Puck's just loose in front of the net, being kicked around, and eventually somebody's either going to get it out of there, it's going to go into the net, or the goalie's going to stop it. One of the three.
Exactly. Within the last 5 minutes of this period, we have seen a significant amount of Husky offense. They're playing more on the Utes side than we kind of have seen all game, which I like that they've kicked it up at the end, but I kind of wish they had done it earlier to give themselves enough time to take those extra shots to hopefully get themselves a goal.
Yeah, a little too late in this situation because, I mean, unless you were sleeping through the first period and woke up in the second and you were 6 down, there's really no coming back from the goal deficit that we're seeing in this game. But, you know, they are battling, and like you said, I mean, they've picked up their intensity in the last half of this third period. Only 1 minute remaining in the game, and the goaltender, Mohammed, has made some pretty decent saves against the Utes in the last half of this period. And, you know, that's what you want to see out of your players each and every game, battle to the bitter end.
Here we go with less than 40 seconds left on the clock. Huskies just trying to clear it out of their area, just keep the Utes kind of running back and forth and back and forth. Utes back with possession, taking it all the way across the ice and taking that shot, which is stopped. That was a good stop by the Huskies goalie.
Yeah, it was. And, you know, you don't want to let a goal in the last minute of any period, much less the third period.
Here we go for that puck drop on the stick side of the Washington goalie. Looks like a Utah possession, takes that shot, and is blocked by Husky defense.
Yeah, it looked like that was Chan that took another shot.
Oh, and there is another goal that brings our score to 20-0. I'm gonna say that was Ishel.
Actually, I think it was number 12, Morgan LaValle.
Oh, LaValle, that is her third or fourth goal tonight. Let's check up on that because we already have a hat trick for Ketchum. That should be LaValle also has a hat trick tonight. That is her third goal of the game. Here we go with Merriweather, and that buzzer does signal the end of this game. Our final score was 20-0. I know you were only here for that last part of the game, but
well, we got a little action right there by the Washington bench, and a punch thrown by a Washington player. That's number 9, Nadia Bellabarba.
Save that action to the end of the game, right when they couldn't actually get penalized for it. I was surprised it hadn't happened earlier because some of them were getting pretty aggressive up against the board during that second period, but the Utes just weren't responding is the only thing, is that they were like, we're up by 15, I'm not gonna hit you back, is kind of what it came down to.
Yeah, in a game like the one we just saw, discipline is definitely key. You don't want to you don't want to do anything that's going to cost your team. You don't want to embarrass your team, your organization, your school. And I was looking down at my paper actually and didn't see what started it. I just saw them
getting pulled apart.
Yeah, down at the down on the ice, right at the Washington blue line. And there's some discussion amongst the referees and the linesmen about penalties here. And you can still get penalized depending on the type of penalty that is incurred. You know, if you do something that's egregious, you can get a game misconduct, game misconduct. I was schooled earlier this year. I called it a game ejection, but they don't have those anymore, if I'm not mistaken. So a game misconduct, but doesn't look like that's going to happen.
That was kind of a sad ending right there, where they didn't do the little high fives, the like good sportsmanship.
The handshakes. Yeah, but you know what?
I'm not going to blame them for not doing it. Don't blame them.
Yeah, you got another game tomorrow night.
7:30.
Yeah. So you hope for a little bit better outcome for Washington.
Yes.
Something perhaps a little bit more competitive. And with that being said, leave the handshake for tomorrow night. I'm okay with that, especially with what happened at the end of the game. But for the Utes, good game overall. You can't say it was a bad game at all when you come away with that score.
Yeah.
And so, you know, I just hope that Washington's able to give a good show tomorrow, because you don't want to travel from Washington to Utah and come up with no goals, or, you know, getting absolutely run out of the building. And I don't mean that in a derogatory manner, but if you're unable to put up any goals and you're getting beat by multiple, like double-digit numbers, it's tough. They're a new organization or a new program, and it usually takes a couple years to, you know, get the recruiting up. And
because they do have a significantly smaller team than the Utes. This season has been a little bit rough. Only 3 goals for the whole season. So I hope to, if not a goal tomorrow, to see how many more shots they can take, because tonight they only have a count of, I believe, 4 on the board tonight. So hopefully they can get more for tomorrow.
Yeah, we shall see.
Yeah.
During this intermission break we've got from between games, come on up to the apparel booth. Buy any 2